In this video, we are comparing standard deviations from situations. Okay, standard deviation is a measure of how much variation there is in a data. Okay, how much variability there is in a data set. Okay, so we're just looking at these situations, which one might have a smaller standard deviation, which means less variation. Say variability because variation actually is a specific measurement in statistics. So the time at which students arrive at school or a time at which students leave school, which one will have less variability in it? Well, I would say that the time that students arrive at school will all be pretty close to 7:40. I would say that most students arrive most students arrive between 7 and 7:40. Whereas leaving school would include students that are doing after school activities like sports. They will kind of stay for a while and then leave maybe after 2 hours or so. And students that don't, that maybe stay after to get help or take a test or a quiz or something, that students will not leave. There's much more variability here. So I would say when students arrive has less variability. Okay. Age of students or age of teachers. Well, which one has less variability? Students are usually between, I don't know, high school students, between 14 and 18 or so is pretty common, whereas teachers age maybe in their 30s to in their 60s or 70s. So I would say there's less variability with an age of students. Okay. Number of notifications each day for students or for teachers. Which one will have less variability? Okay. I might guess that students receive more notifications than teachers do. I don't know about you, but I personally turn off as many as possible so I can focus on what I want to focus on and not get distracted by lots of things. Okay, so I think that teachers have fewer notifications, or not fewer, but there's less variability in the number of notifications received by teachers than by students. Okay, and GPA of athletes or GPA of non-athletes. I've had students study this before, and they found that that there's less variability in athletes than non-athletes, and that's largely due to the fact that athletes must keep their GPAs above 2.0 to be eligible to play. And so a lot of them have either 2.0 or higher GPA, whereas non-athletes tend to vary below and above 2.0 GPA. So this is looking at how much variability there is and kind of thinking about when you'd have less variability. You'd have a smaller standard deviation. When there's more variability, you'd have a larger standard deviation.